Hey everybody. So today's video was supposed to be about a last minute appetizer option since Christmas is coming in a few days. And I did the video, the instructions, the intro, all of that. And then I started editing it and I was going through my site and editing the homepage and came across the links to the organizations that I had posted that are charitable organizations. And I thought, I'm going to do something about that instead. It was a cheese ball covered in bacon, so it is delicious, and I will absolutely post that recipe and pictures. So I will do that sometime today. So I do encourage you to make that. It's amazing. But if you have checked out my homepage, the organizations that I have listed, most of them have to do with homelessness and the LGBTQ youth community. And several years ago, I was sort of, I don't know, called, I guess is what you would say, or led to start working with the homeless population, the homeless community to, I say the word serve, but I don't want that to come off as, I think we're all meant to serve in some capacity, to serve each other, to serve humanity. But I think sometimes serve has that connotation with this idea of sacrifice. And I think serving out of love is really what drives me, not necessarily a sacrifice. So that's something that I have been working with for a long time. Actually worked for one of those organizations, and in that work got more information specifically for the LGBTQ youth community and homelessness, and some staggering statistics that if you look on websites that I have listed will find more accurate information. I don't want to give anything erroneously because I don't have it in front of me, but that's something that's obviously really important to me. If you know me, I am part of the LGBTQ community. If you did not know that, surprise. But so that is something that is really important to my heart. And I am not here to pontificate or to change your mind on some ethical or moral stance that you have. But homelessness is already a huge problem, and then add the pandemic to that equation. And LGBTQ youth are even more susceptible because of things like abuse at home, just family not understanding, being kicked out. So I highly encourage you to go visit those websites, at least just check the information out. I have been really fortunate to be in a leadership position and a mentorship position in youth in general and LGBTQ youth particularly, and it has really been a gift in my life. And so if you have resources to donate, that would be great. If you have time to donate, that would be great. If you have neither of those things, even just to kind of keep an eye out in your community and maybe just be a little more observant and open to see if there are individuals in your immediate area, in your kind of circle, who may be struggling with something that most people aren't noticing. So not trying to be a drag, but at this time of year, people are more inclined to give. And I realize that resources are low for a lot of people this year, myself included. I lost one of my jobs. I've held two jobs for almost 20 years, and I lost one specifically because of the pandemic. So I understand that resources are scarce for a lot of people. But if you have anything, even a small amount, or like I said, even a little bit of your time, it would be so much appreciated and so impactful, because there are organizations that are helping. And so, yeah, I encourage you so much to at least go check out those websites. I will list them in the comments here. They're on the homepage of my blog. And like I said, this is the time of year where people seem to be a little freer with their donations, a little freer with their goodwill. I hope that lasts throughout the year, but I know that traditionally this is kind of the time when people give a little bit more. So if you are so inclined, please go visit those websites. Please consider donating, either financially or the gift of your time. And like I said, even if it's just to become more aware of what's going on in your community, that would be amazing. The whole point of this website and this blog that I started was because I love to feed people and I love to make people feel welcome. And that is something that I have been able to do in my work in volunteering within the homeless community. So I know I've said this like 5 times, but I really encourage you to visit those websites and to just kind of open your heart to the idea that there are, especially young people, really struggling emotionally, financially, that need your help. And there are some great organizations. And so if you know anyone and if you identify anyone within your community or anybody that you know, please direct them to these organizations. They are so helpful. I worked for one, I met people through another, and they're wonderful people and do great work. So please take a look, and I will post that cheese ball recipe. It's covered in bacon. You won't regret it. Thanks, everybody.